Okay, hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Zano-Verse episode number 23. We've been doing this for nearly 2 years, and today we have a little upgrade because before we always did this on X Spaces without camera, just voice only, and now we have this little upgrade where you can also see your faces. Wow, how beautiful. Today we're here with Gonzalo, head of community of the Zano project, with Pavel, who you see on the left of the screen, and Andrey is also around, but he's out of the frame. But you'll see him later.
Hold on.
He tried to push me away from the project, but I'm here.
There he is. Sweet. Yeah. So another episode, another month. Lots to talk about today. Because we've had quite an exciting month, and an even more exciting month is coming up with Zano, in anticipation of Hardfork 6, of course. So yes, welcome everyone. We're starting with the community member of the month, which is, let me check it out. I know it's Dinar, if I pronounce that right. Yes, Gonzalo, if you have some time, maybe you can explain, because you always pick the community member of the month. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Dinar, I mean, he's a great guy. So I picked him because he has won multiple contests in the past. So I think he's really active in making community content, especially active in Zano Africa. Just a general shout out to Zano Africa for what they're doing over there. We really appreciate Dinar. He's always eager to try out whenever something new comes up. So it's the right kind of vibe we need.
Absolutely, yeah. So congratulations to Dinar, and a big shout out to the Zano Africa community, which is probably the most active local Zano community that exists today.
Yeah.
Next up is on-chain voting, which is a nice one because it finished exactly today. I was making the agenda for today, and I saw, hey, the on-chain voting is done. And I was very curious about this one to see if it passed, because the vote was about adding BNB and DAIx as onto the whitelist for Zano Trade, but also the Zano wallet, Zano Mobile and Zano Desktop wallet. And both have passed with 100%, so it means everyone voted in favor of adding them. So they will be added to the wallets over the following weeks, or maybe even sooner, Pavel?
Well, I just learned that what is passed. I thought it's going to be by the end of the week. And that's interesting because I think all previous votes had at least few percent against. This is the first one with the 100. And I think we should get it like tomorrow. There's no update is required. We just need to update the whitelist API. So users could expect it to be live tomorrow.
Exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited about DAI. I really want to get in touch with their community somehow and start pushing for this.
Not the great timing, don't you think? Because they just rebranded to USDS, so there's no DAI. There's just USDS everywhere. So it should probably be renamed.
The way I understood it is that there's still DAI, but they are splitting into this USDS thing.
So it's not the same thing, because I thought one thing replaces the another.
No, because this new thing is has freezing functions and like AML compliance, so it's a cocked version of DAI. So DAI will still be around. I just don't know who's managing Time Community, so we need to reach them out, because I think it's actually good, because it means that whoever stays on DAI is like a true cypherpunk, and therefore they will be probably interested in privacy solutions.
That's a good bit then.
Yeah. Sure, reach them out somehow. We need to find them, because they probably scatter around.
Yeah, not. I was actually doing a tweet today about Zano's TVL. I was just checking it out on zanostats.com, where you can check this out, by the way. And not too many DAI has been bridged, right? Oh, actually, in fact, I don't even see DAI on Zano Stats at the moment.
I bridged
Is there
some
any?
DAI.
That means it doesn't have enough trade volume on Zan Trade to show up. So there is some
Okay.
amount of DAI breach, but it's not traded enough to be qualified as an active token because the Zanostat doesn't show like every asset, because that would be like thousands and thousands of assets. It only shows assets with like enough volume. I don't remember how much is that, but I think it should be like few grand daily.
But
So
BNB is shown and it has 0 volume.
well, it should have some volume.
Okay. Well, anyway, the good thing about it is that the TVL is rising. A couple of weeks ago, I checked, and we had about 4.5 BTC living on the Zano blockchain. Now it's surpassed 7, so we have 7
Oh,
BTCs
wow.
living on Zano now.
Huge.
About 25 ETH. They're still rookie numbers, but hey, it's a start, right? And they're going up, so I'm quite excited about that.
Wow.
And
7 Bitcoin. I mean, I remember we were struggling to get the first Bitcoin. Now we have 7. I mean, this is huge.
yeah, and it probably also has to do with a Freedom Dollar, right? Because Freedom Dollar added swaps on their website for not only, so it used to be only Zano and FUSD Zano, but now they also added Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and maybe even a few more so you can swap them very easily with just a 1% slippage, I believe. So that makes it very convenient for people to get their hands on these assets instead of having to bridge these assets themselves. So that probably has to
It's
do
a
with
bit
it
of a
as well.
chore, and I like the Freedom Dollar app. It makes it sort of easier to understand that, like, the idea of ionic swaps is quite convoluted if you have to explain to a person. So the nice UI on top of that is a must-have thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I also like the Edge Wallet solution where you can just stay within Edge Wallet and bridge your Bitcoin to Zano
Yeah, that's
and turn it
probably the
into
best
BTX.
one because it's just one step. Like anything on top of that is already. But I think Freedom Dollar manages to get it fairly easy.
Yeah, no, good job on them. Next up is the monthly recap because we had quite a packed month. I'll just go over the main topics because we.
Before we go into that, I just have a question for Pavel. So the way Freedom Dollar implemented these swaps, could someone like take this implementation and implement it into a wallet as well? Like, for example, could, I don't know, like Edge Wallet connect to the Freedom Dollar website and do swaps from there?
Yes. There's probably one issue with that. You need to be running the bot that will finalize the order. That means you have to provide the liquidity. If you're fine with that, there's already a open source code for the bot to run just that.
Right, but if Freedom Dollar is already providing the liquidity, could maybe other platforms
Well, that's
tap
up to
into
them.
that?
They could probably allow other people to connect to their liquidity and share some sort of affiliate commission. So this is
That's
more of
cool.
a business decision than something
Yeah,
technical.
but I think they will be interested. Maybe we should talk to them about this. I think.
Well, we
Because
can't
why
do
not
that
have it?
ourselves. We can't have any way to produce revenue in Zano wallet. This is our thing. But if some other
Yeah,
wallet provide there goes for it, like
yeah.
I don't
That's
see why
what's
not.
what I thought. Maybe Freedom Dollar is interested, but we'll see. Just something I thought.
So,
I think sorry for interrupt. I think I even saw something like run market making software on the Freedom Dollar website. So maybe it's already there. I just haven't checked recently. So maybe it's worth looking into. Please go
All
ahead.
right.
they were testing it, as far as I am aware. I'm not sure
So
if
there's
it's
definitely
like a working thing.
something happening in that area. So maybe that would be their next release.
Cool.
Good. Just
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
you guys an extra 3 seconds to make sure that we can proceed now.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done.
All right. AEON Pay. One we haven't talked about a lot, but it was announced last month and deserves a lot more attention, I think. So, of course, a couple months ago, or maybe already over half a year ago, we had the Zebec integration, which enables users to top up their Zebec MasterCard with Freedom Dollar in Zano, so that you can spend it anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Now, that is, of course, large, like it's huge in the Western world, but not everywhere in the world they work with MasterCard or Visa or etc. So for those people in the emerging countries, we now have an integration with AEON Pay, and AEON Pay is basically plugged into a lot of the payment solutions that they have on a local level in the emerging countries. So with Pix, for example, in Brazil, but also it's large in the Philippines and in Vietnam, and they work with QR code payments for the most part there. So there's a QR code at the where you pay at the booth basically, and you scan that, and then you can actually pay with Zano or Freedom Dollar, but the merchant receives fiat money or any other currency that he prefers to receive. And they have plugged in with over 50 million merchants all over the world in those emerging countries. So another huge use case and big win for Zano, because now you can spend it in all those countries too.
Yeah, like the 50 million merchants thing, I think is just like whoever accepts these QR payments. And in the case of Brazil, literally everyone accepts Pix. So you can live like your entire life on Brazil paying with Zano or Freedom Dollar. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know these people, like, for example, Aaron, right? Aaron Day, he lives on crypto entirely for many years already, and he uses other solutions for it as well, because Zano is not at the level yet where it has such widely accepted integrations yet, but we're getting there, right? And I believe Aaron could he does a lot with the Zebec card, and I know for a fact that a lot of our community members do a lot with the Zebec card because it's so usable in the United States. But it's a good thing to have these additions as well, and I'm actually talking with more companies as we speak to like another one. I can't tell you too much, but another one that is very popular in South America, so Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Brazil once again, so that we can expand once again there as well. So very exciting. Next up is the CoinDonor announcement. CoinDonor was announced also this month, which is, I think it was built by someone from the Zano community, but it's basically a very easy way to accept donations, whether you're doing it for charity or you're raising funds for something else. You can use CoinDonor today, and I believe they accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, a bunch of others, but also Freedom Dollar and Zano. So also very handy if you're planning to build some kind of project on top of Zano. You need to raise funds. You can do that by using CoinDonor. And another really cool app is the Bitcoin.com point of sale app, which was also launched this month, which is, of course, very usable for merchants because you can, and it also accepts Zano and Freedom Dollar. So you as a merchant can very easily accept Zano and Freedom Dollar through the Bitcoin.com point of sale system. So really cool that they added us from the get-go. So a big thank you to the Bitcoin.com team for that.
That's awesome. So like not only Freedom Dollar, but any confidential assets. So BTCX, DAIx now, I guess.
Not sure about that. Is that true? Did you look into it?
The way I understand, I haven't tried it yet, but the way I understood it is pretty much all confidential assets.
Okay, I think there should be some whitelist because it's really tied to the asset liquidity.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question. Like, what is the oracle? Like, who's going to decide what is the price of a confidential asset for the goods that you're buying?
Okay, but I believe I saw BTCX. BTCX
You
should be
don't
there.
really
But
need an Oracle, but you need to have enough liquidity because they need to unwrap it and they need to swap it.
But then what if you want to accept BTCX directly? Is there a solution for that?
Well, technically, you can either keep BTCX or you can build the point of sale app that will accept BTCX, then host bridgeless API, and then unwrap it and transfer the BTC to the end user, or trade that BTC for stable coins or fiat. So, like, I mean, a couple more steps, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, but if like a website just wants to take BTCX and just hold BTCX on Zano without any
Then all you
unwrapping,
need is an address or an alias.
right? But isn't there like a checkout system that integrates that, like the Zano Pay widget, for example?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Zano could do that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's good to know.
a copy paste widget you can inject in any website, and you'll have like a tiny little thing with the pay button. I think
these solutions.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
think BTCX is enabled by default there, and Ethereum X. So like those two at least, but maybe more.
Yeah, anyone interested can go to Zano.org/merchants, and you can see all the solutions to accept Zano.
Yeah, and it's quite a complete page at the moment. More and more solutions are being added. So yeah, it's good to see. You now have options, luxury. That's actually a big luxury compared to a couple of years ago. So I'm glad to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting annoying even because I'm getting poked every day, like I need to add this and that, and I have
Yep.
to drop everything and do some web edits. And like
Guilty.
every other day, I find a new ticket to update the page.
Yeah. But I think it does look a lot better now that we have the new website.
Yeah, I'm
Everything is
not
much
complaining,
cleaner.
just saying, like
Yeah.
I'm witnessing all of this.
Yes. Especially the amount of swap providers that have added us recently is crazy. I think the list is like over 30 now, the aggregators and the swap providers combined. Next topic is going to be about NanoGPT. We of course got listed there. Gonzalo, maybe you want to do this one because you also run a contest in the community now for this.
Yeah, so we got listed on NanoGPT recently, and to celebrate it, we are running a contest where anyone who deposits into NanoGPT can get a bonus.
What is NanoGPT?
Yeah, what is this? That was my question.
Okay. So starting from there, then. So NanoGPT is a platform where you can buy AI credits with crypto. So
like
the cool
tokens?
thing, yeah. So you can buy AI usage. So the cool thing is that you'll need a credit card, and you can use privacy coins like Zano. So that means that you're not tying your AI usage to your identity, and this is huge if you do any sort of like critical data that you upload there. At the very least, it's now linked to your identity. So I think it's a pretty cool use case. And so we're demoing that we gave people a bonus in Zano for depositing there. It already ran out. So
yeah, it ran out.
it ran out.
But the contest is still ongoing.
But the contest is still ongoing, so you can still deposit Zano into NanoGPT and then create anything you like with Zano. It doesn't have to be Zano related. It can be any tool or content you like, and then you can go into your contest post and submit as a reply whatever you did, and then just write an explanation of why you think it's cool to be able to pay AI with private crypto like Zano. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and pretty cool that we have permissionless access to AI. Because I don't know if you noticed, guys, but I tried to pay my Claude subscription with my card from Hong Kong, and it was actually restricted because Hong Kong citizens or Hong Kong
we know
payment
why.
providers cannot get into
Because
Claude.
Cloud people suspect the Chinese company spying on them and stealing their
Yeah, so
data to train their models.
yeah, but I mean,
Which I don't know, might be true, might be not, but
yeah, it
it's
might be true, but the result is that there are entire countries and people that are
yeah,
just
that's
left
annoying.
out
But
of their AI
what kind
tools.
of models NanoGPT offer?
Any models, like you can buy Opus, so Claude Opus, ChatGPT, also open source models,
Like
They
you
literally
can
have
have
all, like
all
almost all
models.
models, like over 30, like maybe even over 50, and like the premium ones for all of them. So it's quite cool. You can do video editing with it, like create images, write things. Like that's why we launched the contest so that people can, create content about
because being
Zano with
able
the
to run
credits they got.
uncensored LLM and pay with crypto, it's like a really powerful thing.
Yeah. So I mean, if someone doesn't have access to AI nowadays, it will be tough,
Yeah,
especially to
it's
compete
a
in
severe
today's market.
disadvantage.
So
Doesn't matter what are you doing. If you're doing something with the computer and you don't have access to AI,
yeah,
you're in a bad spot.
yeah. So the fact that NanoGPT is providing permissionless access and it's also privacy conscious, to me, it's great. So pretty cool that we are there now.
Cool.
Absolutely. Okay, so now that we have discussed all the things that happened over the last month, we're going to talk about what is ahead of us. And one really exciting thing that is going to be announced tomorrow, now I already spoiled it, but it will be announced tomorrow, is the Unstoppable Wallet integration, which is yet another privacy-focused multi-currency wallet that has integrated Zano for their iOS wallet, and will also hopefully soon follow with their Android side. But it's really cool. We'll hype it up. There's also like this co-marketing campaign tied to it, so you'll see a lot of tweets, and we'll do a show with them. That might also be fun to bring up here, actually, Gonzalo. Now that we're talking about it, because people know we do Inside the Zano-Verse, of course, which is once a month, and it's the show where we update our community about all the things that are happening inside the Zano-Verse. But we were thinking of launching a new show, and have worked out that concept, and it will launch in a couple of weeks, right, Gonzalo?
Yeah. So we'll introduce a new show. Basically, it'll be us and partners. So the idea is to every week or so have a partner that either works in Zano or works with us or a community member even. And so we have discussions about the Zano ecosystem, but also their products, what they're building on Zano, or the overall privacy landscape. And the whole point is to be unfiltered. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and we want to integrate the community into this. So this new setup with Riverside, this is the new software we're using. We want to make it dynamic so that people can join, ask questions. We also want to even do games live. So I think it will be pretty fun.
Yeah, and there will also be a lot of fun rubrics about it during the show, right? So that it's not like another like the thousandth boring podcast that you see on a weekly basis on your timeline.
Like this,
So.
right? Can we go back to the Unstoppable Wallet though? Because I had a question. Is
Yes.
it just native Zano, or are they open to ideas of tokens? Maybe not right now, but down the line.
No, so in fact, they promised to make it the most complete Zano integration that any multi-currency wallet has. So the V1 only includes native Zano. You can buy it through their app. You can swap it. You can send it around. And also it includes Freedom Dollar. So they have their own whitelisting for confidential assets. So you can receive any confidential asset to your Unstoppable wallet, of course, but in their UI, it won't show. It will only show Freedom Dollar. But they will add also the other confidential assets over time in their follow-up versions. They already told me. And the bridgeless assets are, of course, an obvious next step.
Okay, and by the
Cool.
most complete means alias support.
Yes, they also agree to alias support in the wallet.
Okay,
So
okay, this is cool. I like that.
That's cool.
yeah, and they are kind of a niche wallet, but they have quite a lot of reach on X and a lot of active users that are very privacy conscious. So it's right up our alley. So I think it's a great fit for Zano. And
Do you know
yeah,
if their wallet has a browser?
I asked, but sadly no.
Okay.
It might not be a terrible thing because this is usually gets complicated.
Yeah, but maybe if they already had it for some other coin, then we'll see.
Yes. But they do work with TorChain and stuff. So once we have gateway addresses live, and if we decide to proceed with the TorChain, then you could also do TorChain swaps through Unstoppable Wallet.
That's cool.
I bet they're not the only one, by the way. Maybe Edge Wallet and the others do that too, but I'm uncertain.
Yeah. Cake Wallet and Edge Wallet have support for TorChain, if I'm not mistaken. So
Cool. Yeah, that would be really nice. But the reason why I touched on the Off the Record, the new show, is because Unstoppable Wallet will probably be a nice guest for that show as well.
yeah.
All right. Now let's talk about the important stuff, guys. Hardfork 6, gateway addresses. I thought you were going to do this for a second, Pavel.
Okay.
Like, oh no, here we go again. They want info.
I was just preparing to step aside because like I need to make some room for Andrey.
Right. Hey,
Hello, guys.
how's it going?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, it's not easy time. It's not easy time for us, but it's going okay. You guys want me to just? I can quickly update you what's going on. Basically, I will be apologizing and making excuses why it's been taking such a long time, because we've been promising to deliver Hardfork 6 like forever, and we found ourselves in a position where we are getting a lot of reports that coming from new AI models, and those reports are actually require us to take care of this immediately. We cannot postpone it or do it later, and we basically been overwhelmed with this. So we were working on the Hardfork 6 preparation. We got the test network running, but then we run in few reports from Immunify, then we got more reports from Immunify, and then we started to build, and we actually built our own, like not built, but we just made some system that we can use these AI models to look into our code base, and we see some things that require urgent attention. It's not like there is nothing terrible happened, but we have to take care about these things here and there. And it's basically drown us with tons of work, tons of refactoring that we have to make, and we try to make it tied to the Hardfork 6, so we don't have to wait for another Hardfork to fix those problems. And it's quite frustrating, I have to say, because we put a lot of efforts. We basically work non-stop, and instead of making progress, it looks like we are getting actually even back, because we're getting even more work than we had when we started. This process is very frustrated, and we are under a lot of stress, but I think we're doing great. We actually will be restarting test network likely tomorrow, and I hope it's going to be final test network, so we'll settle on this. We're just making last fixes related to transaction size and few minor things that have to be done. So that's That's a high-level update. If you have some specific questions, the thing that the functionality connected to gateway addresses itself, it's all done. It's all ready. It's everything is there. It's tested. It's all good, but we are having a lot of extra things that we have to fix as soon as possible before we announce the date for Hardfork 6. So that's why we just spend a lot of time on this. That's the reality. That's why it's taking so long. That's it.
Well, it seems
Yeah.
to me like one of the better reasons to delay something that we are finding stuff to improve. So are these reports, they are found by this new AI system that we built?
So the thing is, latest model that comes from Anthropic or OpenAI, they are getting better and better, and I can see it from the report that comes from Immunify, and I see that all the reports, like 99% of reports that we are getting from Immunify are AI generated, but they doesn't mean that it's not legit. It's legit reports. Some of them are legit. Most of them are spam or something that AI model try to pretend to be a real report. For example, and I spend a lot of like enormous amount of time to just process everything because they see some internal API and use it just to simulate some situation that is not healthy for the network and present it as a report, as a found issues. And I have to say, no, you have to use the official P2P protocol and all this stuff. But then we started to use these tools internally and see that we are having basically the same reports generated by Anthropic latest models that we are receiving from Immunify. And for that reason, we put on hold this Immunify bug bounty program, public program, just to get all the reports that AI actually can find and define it somewhere in the system. So if someone claimed this report that came from AI, we just say it's duplicate. We already have it, so we don't waste a lot of money on AI generated reports. So that's the main reason why we put on hold the public program, because we are just deploying internally our system, train the system, explain to the system our structure, the code base, the rules, how everything works, basically educating the systems to make it better than just something that comes straight from the from someone. And yeah, that's the new reality that we're trying to navigate and survive in this. And I'm honestly a little bit stressed with what's coming next. What would be the because there is a gossip that the future models even better if they can crack down most of the blockchains. That's gonna be like a really hard time for the blockchains, and for the industry itself, it's gonna be kind of crisis. I think it's probably wipe out majority of blockchain projects that we see now on the coin market cap. I don't know what's happened, and I really hope we'll be able to fix, especially innovative projects, the most risky part, because the project that innovate, the project that do new stuff, we are at the most risk. So I'm really stressed with what's happening, and we really hope that we can find anything critical before it's going to be public or exploitable.
I think that's a very interesting insight that you just gave the people, because it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, right? I mean, most of the shows, when I navigate through X spaces and stuff, it's like 50% is about AI, but it's all about the positives about AI or how AI can improve blockchain and this and that. But I think the point that you made is like, it's extremely valid point.
Globally,
that
it's positive for technology. It's positive for a future.
Yeah.
It's positive. It's maybe not so positive for particular projects that will be exterminated, suspicious, like wiped out, and only the best one will survive, which is kind of fair. It's
Well,
just
it speeds up
evolution.
innovation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, only the
Yeah,
robust ones remain. That's good for sure. But like that's the main reason why Hardfork 6 is kind of delayed, right? Because almost half of your time goes to these AI generated bug reports nowadays. So
and reports and fixes like 90% of the time. Gateway address itself already completed. We even finished with this payment IDs that we been working quite some time. I'm just even really think it was bad idea to start this refactoring back there. We could be finished already if we didn't do the payment ID refactoring, but we also spend a lot of time on this because it involves a lot of it's touching a lot of the code base that related with backward and forward capability, and we cannot screw this up because if exchanges we'll have any problems with the payment IDs, it's going to be like a lot of headaches, delistings, mess. We don't want to do this, so we spend a lot of time on this. Yeah, we've been very slow on this hard fork. I know it. I feel it. And my team gives me signs that we've been very slow. I know it. We're
hey,
doing our
but
best.
it's not all bad. Like the result, that's what it's all about. And once it's live and it works, that will be such an improvement for the Zano ecosystem. So it's something that
Yeah, I hope.
people should
Yeah.
really be looking forward to.
Yeah, and we'll make the ecosystem so much more robust with all these fixes. I mean,
Yep. And by the way, I don't know if you guys planned to ask this, but we kind of not finalized it, but we just received the paper that explains not just we received it a few weeks ago, the paper that did analysis on proof of stake protocol that we are doing. It looks good. We going with this looks fine. We still discussing some of the properties that we probably can improve, and we probably can find a way to give more guarantees or to show more properties of the protocol, because there is a gap between what the protocol actually capable of and what you can actually formally prove that it's capable of. It's different things, and we have some sort of gap between this. So we believe the protocol is very, I don't know how to explain it. So we believe that there is a space for improvement where we can, not we, but the guys who work on this protocol can actually show better properties of the protocol. That's the point. But majority of the work is done. The protocol described in a mathematical way. We'll publish this paper in a few weeks, and we'll start working on this as soon as Hardfork 6 will be deployed into the mainnet. And by deployed, I mean the date of the hard fork will be deployed on the next update. We're probably gonna switch on a proof of stake protocol implementation, actual implementation. I'll be mostly working on this while we'll be switching to a full chain membership proof. It will take some. I will take some time to do research on this part, and I'll be switching. I'm actually very excited about this because it's gonna be super cool features that I've been looking forward for a long time, for many years, and I'm really eager to start to get the first test network with the pure proof of stake, which will give us better stability in terms of the block timing, in terms of the alternative blocks appearing in the network. For many reasons, it's going to be exciting work. It's a lot of work ahead, but I'm really excited about this and looking forward to this.
yeah, those are two heavy punches. I mean, the new consensus and full chain membership proofs. It's pretty insane.
Because we're all so deep into this, and of course it's like Zano is basically our life. I sometimes have these dreams where I dream about Zano in 2027 with all the upgrades, right? And I started writing a little article about the future of Zano, how it looks in 2027. I'm not sure if I want to publish it just for fun, but yeah, that made me realize when I started dreaming about this. Oh man, Zano is maybe a bit too much at the moment.
I don't blame you. Like sometimes I'm walking on the street and I'll hear Zano because it's a Spanish word. It's a
I think
Spanish,
Andrew
real
also
Spanish
having
word.
dreams about Zano, but those dreams are nightmares.
Val's dreams about Zano must be the worst by far.
Yeah.
Algebra.
Yeah. We had few nightmares about Zano. I had them.
Yeah, me too. But my nightmares are probably more straightforward, like inflation bug type of nightmare or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not talk about this subject.
Yeah, he'll have the nightmare today, you guys.
I planted the
let's not go
seed
there.
in his head.
Yeah.
So it started kind of dark, but I think it's improved towards the end. I mean, there's a lot of work, but there's some exciting stuff going on.
No, absolutely. But you guys are always just super honest about everything. So I think people are used to it by now that, what's being said is what it is.
It can get worse than we say. So this is something
fair.
Yeah, fair.
Good. Yeah. But still, I mean, even if you look backwards, I remember the stressful days around Zarkanum with the confidential assets and the hidden amounts on proof of stake, and they were very similar to a period like this.
Every hard fork is like few nights without sleep and lots of stress. This is just a routine now.
Yes, I remember I was on this X Spaces or live stream during the Zarkanum hard fork, and then the blocks got stuck for a couple hours, and this stream just went on and on and on.
Yeah. I was. We were there with Roger.
By the way, the problem why we actually addressing this problem right now. We have there is a set of the family of the problems when the project or the blockchain can stack, because a set of transactions that poison the pool or bad, and we actually try solving this problem systematically. We're introducing some self-recovery algorithms that actually wipe out all invalid transaction from the pool in case of in case of you see some fails or something like this. This is something that I actually was working on yesterday and today. We're also introducing this with Hardfork 6 because as we got these reports everywhere here and there, we saw how many potential situations could be problematic for transaction pool. And to avoid self-blocking of the blockchain in the future, we're just introducing this new it's not new, but it's supposed to be do this like some time ago, but we're just trying to avoid these problems in the future.
Cool. More resilience.
Well, to sum it up,
the Hardfork 6 won't be few nights with no sleep. No promises, though. We'll see.
But yes, to sum it up, lots of stress, lots of work being put into it, but the result would hopefully be beautiful. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's setting up so much stuff. And for Hardfork 7, I mean...
Yeah, there is already something planned for Hardfork 7 because we cannot push Hardfork 6 any longer. So some stuff have to be postponed, but we already know what this is going to be.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for all the updates and the insights. I think people really appreciate those. So that was very interesting. Next up on the list is community questions. Just want to open it up if people have been listening and have questions for us. With this new concept, I have to check out I think there's a chat on X, right, on the side, but maybe also on
Yes.
YouTube. So
No, it's
let's
not
see.
live on YouTube.
Okay, just on X then.
Like we were testing it, and we went live on YouTube like 10 minutes before starting this, and then 10 minutes later, it wasn't working anymore. So yeah, that's where we
Well,
have
it
to
says
go.
live all over the place. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's not just not on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, if people have questions for us, you can ask it either in the live chat box on the right side of the X live stream, or you can ask us questions in one of our community channels, or keeping an eye on the Telegram and on the Discord. And why not also do Element?
Yeah, I'm checking all of them. Do you have the
In the meantime,
chat open, Quinten?
yes,
Okay,
I
cool.
do. But if you could keep an eye on this chat, that'd be great. In the meantime, let me talk a little bit about Zano Quest, because that was a sneak peek was shared today about Zano Quest, and it's something that I have probably been. It's probably the most annoying thing in Pavel's between me and Pavel. I've been asking him about it for probably 8 months. And of course, it's all a matter of priorities. But finally, the guys had time to work on Zano Quest. And I am personally very happy with the way it looks, because that was finished. And you can see the sneak peek on our X profile that was tweeted a couple hours ago. But in short, it will be like a dashboard kind of thing where you have all kinds of quests that you can complete and then earn XP, and it all contributes to pushing the Zano ecosystem forward. So you'll be able to gain XP for referrals. You'll be able to gain XP for completing on-chain tasks like trading on Zano Trade, or joining the Zano Matrix, or creating a Zano alias. Things like that. But you'll also be able to get rewarded for the content you create. So it doesn't matter if you write an article, you post a simple tweet, you create an infographic, you make a video. You can send those in manually to us, and we will manually review them and categorize them and assign a XP reward to it. And then we'll have a nice shop where you can use your XP to get, for example, that beautiful Zano neon light that you see above Pavel's head, or a Zano hoodie, or a Zano t-shirt, but maybe also even confidential assets, NFTs, or actual Zano coins. So it will be quite exciting, and I hope that many people will participate, and that this will be like a system for us that scales properly, and so that we can actually start making some noise on the internet. So yeah, not so exciting for on the technical side of things, maybe, but for me, doing marketing in Zano, this is like a lifesaver, and I'm personally very excited about this. So, and anyone that creates content and contributes to Zano in some way should also be excited about this, because it means that you'll be able to get rewarded for it.
Will this platform be tied to Zano aliases, for example? Will it use them somehow?
So authentication happens via X. So because you have to have some, anti-abuse things in place. So your account has to be over 2 months old, and you need at least 50 followers. And then you get like this unique user profile on the Zano Quest dashboard, and then you can
I think
you can
there's
participate
still
in.
some connection, because if you want to get rewards, there should be a way to identify address or alias.
Yeah, but
Yes.
is there like a Zano Companion connector in here?
I don't know. Could be like if there is a task.
I haven't seen it, but it could be.
I mean, if there is a task that would involve you doing something with Zano Companion, like trade or I don't know, alias purchase.
Will be cool to incentivize
that's actually a new
using
thing
Zano
for Zano
Trade.
Companion. I don't know if people watch Zano Companion releases. There was a new release, and now it supports alias management, so you can buy them, you can transfer them
Oh,
with the Zano Companion.
and can you now register multiple aliases per wallet?
That's tied to the wallet update. It needs to be done on the wallet side, but as soon
Okay.
as it's live, Companion will also support it. So there is an alias management update for a Companion thing.
Cool. Yeah, that's something that the community is asking about. Will be cool when that launches.
Yeah, there's an upcoming alias store, like a marketplace, being developed, and they asked for that feature for quite a while. So now that it's live, we could expect a release soon.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this because these are things that we wanted to execute for such a long time, but now with
There's not enough time. I mean, I like the idea.
Yeah.
I could probably do it, but like we got only so much
but
time.
but
So it's
but my point is that like we had these things on the roadmap because nobody else was building them, so we wanted to build them, and now you can start to see people actually building these things, so that's great for us because then we can focus our time
Yeah,
on other
it
things.
makes much more sense because this is a business. There should be like a revenue scheme, like some sort of affiliate scheme, or maybe something. And we, as a team, we cannot do that. So basically, we are building the idea, but we cannot fully execute because of the position we are in. So I'm so happy to see other people doing it properly.
Yes, I mean
Yeah.
stuff like CoinDonor. I mean, how did that came up?
Well, it's just people in the Zano community, and they people. This comes from a group of people in the Zano community that donate a lot, and they like to donate in Zano and Freedom Dollar. So that's probably why this was created in the first place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's the positive side about AI, right? The vibe coding, like it's accessible more than ever nowadays. So the barriers have definitely been lowered, and now you see people build all kinds of cool stuff. There's actually this guy that also works on another platform that I will not name because the review is up to him. But it's supposed to be some kind of confidential asset launchpad, like a pump.fun style kind of thing, but not for crappy tokens, but for like useful confidential assets, right? So not sure like if you'll pull it off, but the guy's busy with it, and I think it's a very interesting thing. And there are a couple more of these examples, people building on top of Zano. So good to see. I'm very glad.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting.
Did any questions come up?
No, we just got some greetings. Hello.
All right. Oh, hey. It's lonely at the top.
Yeah, but once we get the YouTube live streaming going and maybe some other platforms, I think will be nice.
I think we could collect questions in advance if there's something that would have, I don't know, like someone wants to explain something or ask something.
Yeah, we could set up.
I'm watching chats and that's mostly support questions, and I don't mind asking those, like answering those, but it doesn't have to be live.
Yeah, we could set up a form, maybe. Yeah.
Well, if we have no questions, I think we are pretty much there, right? Let's round it up to an hour. That's nice. I think it was an interesting episode once again with full of info.
Zano Alpha.
What are you smiling about? Good and bad info.
Andrey is being depressed. Is not a good info.
Oh well, it's not all sunshine and flowers. It's
Yes.
just the reality of it. So
Yeah, I mean, but these things are mostly true for all projects. I mean, it's a tough time.
well,
All right then.
thanks.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh, we just got one question, so
Okay.
last minute questions. Is there any update on Zano grants?
No. Well, I mean, also with this, right? Like you have to put like a framework in place that like a proper one so that people don't see it as like a free money grab type of thing. So it's not as simple as pushing something live and collecting entries and such. So it's still on the roadmap. Hopefully it will be executed at some point, but we need to have like a proper framework in place for it. And as long as we don't have that, it will not go live.
Fair.
All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Not really.
Say thank
You
you
get
to your
something?
AIs.
No. Yeah, AI stuff is cool and scary. That's our final thought.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. If you're watching this, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be next month, 4 weeks from here, and possibly Off the Record. The new show will go live even before that. So, but yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. All the best. See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.